Producer Judd Apatow and director Paul Feig are funny guys. They know what makes people laugh, and for the most part, they know how to create great comedy that comes off as fresh and witty. However, Bridesmaids might pretend to be an original-ish comedy, but it doesn't take much to realize that the movie's just taking what was already done in The Hangover and giving the cast a sex change. That's even how it's being marketed. It's a pretty simple plot. Take a disparate group of bridesmaids, led by Kristen Wiig's Annie, and follow them through the little jobs and rituals leading up to the wedding in a complicated yet hopefully funny way. The humor in Bridesmaids is funny, but it's cheap. We've seen shit jokes 100 times before. So, cheap. But when you up the ante a bit, put all the characters in very expensive wedding dresses and give them uncontrollable diarrhea, you have a very disgusting moment. But it's a scene that will stick with you for the entire movie and later on into the night, and whether that's good or bad, it's early on. The rest of the movie might have you chuckling, but there are no guffaws in sight. Apatow took a big risk using a script written by Kristen Wiig and making an entire movie out of it. Watch our Paul review if you haven't seen how highly I think of Wiig, but she seems to tone down her ugly for this film and comes across slightly less grating than the usual. Bridesmaid stars, and I use the word loosely, Kristen Wiig, Maya Rudolph, Jon Hamm, Rose Byrne, and Melissa McCarthy. Now I hear many people say that McCarthy was hilarious, but let me play devil's advocate. What exactly does she do that's remotely hilarious? Sure, she's funny. There's a scene where she tries to join the Mile High Club with an air marshal, but the only reason she comes off as hilarious is frankly because all the other characters are as dull as the shit we were shoveled earlier. Rose Byrne plays a stuck-up bitch in a fancy dress. Maya Rudolph's character spends the entire movie going, and Jon Hamm's character spends the entire movie talking about his penis. The movie is actually pretty forgettable. Don't pay theater prices for it, but when it's available as a cheap rental, maybe on zip.ca, yay.